watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
All right, good evening. How the devil are you? Welcome along. I hope you are well. It is show number 4 of the Big Fat Leicester City quiz. I'm the Big Fat bit, and the quiz is the bit that's coming up now. This is LTiD TV from Leicester Till I Die. Thank you for joining us, whether you are watching on YouTube or listening via your favourite podcast platform. If you're watching live, please join in the show. You can add your answers in. I haven't checked yet, but I'm sure that Josh will make sure that he cannot see the... In fact, I better take them off, because I do believe I've actually got the settings set up so that he'll be able to see your answers. Let me just have a look. Therefore, taking it off, hopefully. Just see if he sticks a thumb up, and hopefully he won't be able to see the answers. But do join in at the side with yours. We won't be able to read them all out, but do join in. If you're watching on catch-up and you want to play along, you can always enter your questions in the comment section below on YouTube. If you listen on your favourite podcast platform, thank you for lending me your ears. It's full of wax, but thank you for lending me your ears anyway. And you can also find us on all our socials, which are shown below. LTiD TV is the majority of them. 1 or 2, it's still Leicester Till I Die. But you can find us, follow us, like, subscribe, do all your bits on there. If you don't go in on the website, it does say it is under maintenance, but the website will actually be closing down. Basically, the money it costs for the number of people that use it really isn't sufficient, and there are other projects in the pipeline for me from next week, so it's a time thing as well. So let's just say a couple of hellos. And this gentleman that was literally just been on a quiz himself on our sister channel, and don't forget, if you do like quizzes, this is the only quiz we do on here now. All the other quizzes are on our sister channel, which is run by Brad very well. He's just done one now, like I say, with Doug. LTiD TV quiz channel. You'll be able to find us on YouTube, and that is just a channel dedicated to quizzes. If you like your quizzes, get over there now and do check it out and subscribe. And Brad and me, well, Brad's sort of hosted it always, got some really, really, really good quizzes coming up. Right, let me just get rid of that. If I press the right button, I generally find it helps. There we go. I'm back in full colour. A couple of hellos here. Doug is in. How are you? How did you get on, by the way, Doug? You had 20,000 left when I left, I think, on your quiz, million point drop. And Doug says there, thanks very much, Doug. If you're new, I think I'm on 1.98 something, so getting up close to the 2K. So if you are new, please do subscribe. He beat the drop. Well done, sir. Well done. That's what it is all about. If only it was real money. At least. He's well off, Brad. He can afford it. Sean's in. Hello, Sean. Spencer's in. Good evening, Spencer. Thursday's is LTiD quiz night. It surely is. Have you put yourself down for this quiz yet, Spencer? I think you should. Come and have a go if you think you're clever enough, as they say. What is the quiz about? This one is just about Leicester. I could run out of questions very quickly, but it is all about Leicester. From host to backstage. Good luck, Tyson Fury. It is Tyson Fury tonight. You are quite right. And have a special intro for him in a little bit. Leicester for Life, currently in Mallorca. Well, sir, how is is it hot over there? I believe the Europe is suddenly going through a heat wave. But thank you very much. Can I just say you can't be having a very good holiday if you're tuning into this while you're on your holiday. But welcome along, sir. I'm going to get my refreshments, Bear. Yeah, well, you go and refresh yourself. And yeah, as Brad says there, thank you very much. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get it to 2K. Thank you. And Boris is in. Like they say, and there's only one way I can introduce this guy. In the blue corner, I suppose I shouldn't really upset you, but good evening, Josh. How are you? Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, mate?
I can, yes, indeed, yes.
Yeah,
After you a good introduction.
Very good. He's a bit better looking than me, and he's got more money, but I'll take that.
he could be your brother from another mother. I don't know about better looking, but yeah, he's probably got more money. Let's be honest, face it. You know.
Definitely, without doubt, mate.
How are you feeling, sir? Confident?
Say confident. It's going to be fun. Always like to sort of pit my wits against the very best. I've seen some decent scores on the scoreboard, so it's going to be interesting, pal. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know about the very best. We've had Brad on. Come on. Sorry, Brad. Sorry. Getting back for you there. Tyson, my old mate, how are you? Leicester for Life, sweltering under the sun there, getting that pull, sir, getting that pull. Obviously, news since we last spoke, sir, you are doing your own channel. Do tell us about it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not starting the channel up just yet. I've just started an Instagram and Twitter account called Fossway1884. Just pretty much out of boredom, really, mate. Just sitting around the house. I've got plenty of time in the evenings with the missus watching telly, and it's either that or the kids are in bed, and I just sit there and I think, well, there's either that or go on the PlayStation, really. So apart from that and good gym, it's something totally new for me. Again, it's just all about Leicester. Latest news, transfer news, goings on and stuff, and then, like I say, hopefully in the next couple of months or so, I'll get my channel up and running. But as I said to you, Chris, I think I'll be coming to you for plenty of advice and tips.
Oh, I don't know about that. If you want it to go well, but no, good luck, mate. And the link to Josh's Instagram and Twitter, well, it's the same name, in the description below. Is his Twitter link. Get on there and give him a follow and give him the support. He deserves it. So Fossway1884 on that. Blue Fox, hi, how are you? Right, so look, this is the fourth one. So you know the rules. Hopefully I went through them with you. Hopefully you've not forgotten them already. I won't go through them all again. We might as well just jump straight into the quiz itself, and we'll start with round one, which is, that's the table. Sorry, I should have said how people have done so far. And as you can see there, Craig last week stormed it with 14 points. Can I just say, Brad also got 14 points, but that was on Craig's quiz, not on his own. Dave got 11, even though he didn't know that Claudio Ranieri managed Greece. And Brad got 8, and God loves a trier. Brad is very trying at times. All right, mate, how you doing? Mike's in. Good evening, Mike. How are you? Just made a signing for Newport. Hope you are well. And everybody's saying hello to everybody else. So that is the leaderboard. Just to confirm, I had got it on, but I think I've switched it off now. You can't see the chat, can you?
No, mate, no.
You can't. No. Good. No. Say Brad's in the chat, so you don't want to follow his answers. Sorry, Brad. Sorry, mate. Okay, especially if he gets the answers wrong. Like Brad said, though, the questions have all been verified by an independent adjudicator, Mr. Wpedia. So he will be, he's checked all the answers for me. And here we go. Brad says, leave me alone. Dear. Here we go then. Round one, sir, which is the current squad. So hopefully get you off to a good start. 2 questions, 1 point each. And the first question is, new signing Harry Winks, according to LCFC.com, has been assigned what number shirt? I know it says it's counting down from 10, but it does actually 30 seconds.
Yeah. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I'm stuck between 2.
Well, you've got a second to think.
I'm going to go for number 8.
You're going to go for number 8. You are correct. And can I just say, congratulations and reservation. You're the first person to get the first question right. Well done, sir. It's all downhill. But you're on the board.
That's it, man. I'm usually one for making history for all the wrong reasons, so I'm happy to see on the positive note this time.
Well, one of the questions last week was who was the manager that, for the first time in 50 years, won his first Leicester City game as manager. It was Ian Holloway. Who is the first person to get a point on the first question in this quiz? And it is Josh. Number 8, yeah, it is number 8. And to be honest with you, I think everybody actually got that right. Doug, the Liverpool fan, he got it. Brad got that one. Boris, Spencer, Mike, Blue Fox, Sean. You'd have felt an idiot now if you got it wrong, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so number 8 it was. You're off for the point. Well done, sir. Okay, question number 2 on the current squad. In 21-22, in the 21-22 season, Dennis Pratt spent a year on loan from Leicester City, but at which Italian side? 21-22, Dennis Pratt spent a year on loan from Leicester, but it was at an Italian side, but which one?
Again, I've got 2 teams in my head.
You don't want to start doubting yourself.
I know, that's it. And it's I'm 90% sure it's definitely what I'm thinking of, but this other team's sort of making me doubt myself. I'm going to go for Torino.
You are going to go for Torino. It is easier when you're not actually taking part and you're just in the chat, isn't it?
Indeed. Yeah, definitely. Because I think it's the countdown that sort of adds pressure and you sort of begin to, you get a bit of self-doubt.
That is the idea, if I'm honest with you. I'm not going to lie. That is the idea. What was the other side you were thinking of?
For some reason, I had Sampdoria in my head. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Torino.
You are going to go for Torino. Spencer went for Atlanta.
No, I don't think it's that.
Torino, correct. 2 out of 2. Oh my God, I obviously made these too easy. Leicester for Life got it from over there, Mallorca. Obviously not had too much beer yet. Boris kindly got it. Sean got it. Doug got it. Blue Fox got it. Brad got it. Mike got it. Yeah, 2 out of 2 it was, Torino, sir. And he may yet be going back. Who knows? I've got to say at this point, Brad had no points. Dave had no points. And Craig had 1 point. So it's going very well for you, isn't it?
I think that's put the kiss of death on it for me, though, Chris.
So 2 out of 2, not bad at all. That I like to sort of start off with that one because I think Well, I didn't think it was ever the hardest section to start with, but one or two others proved me wrong. But here we go. But you've given me faith back in myself. Second section. So 2 questions here again on Leicester City in Europe. Okay, so here we go. Question number 3, 1 of 2 on Europe. You've not got one wrong yet. Who scored Leicester City's first ever Champions League goal?
I know this one. Yeah, 100%. I know this one. I can even remember the goal. I really remember the goal in my head. I remember a chap called Hernandez with signed. He had a massive throwing on him, and that was about it. He would load of shit, to be honest with you. But I remember it was throwing.
Okay, then. So you say you know it, sounding very confident there. Yeah. I'm hovering over the tick. Who are you going to say?
It was Mark Albrighton.
Of course it was. It was Mark Albrighton. Now, I was actually with that one going to ask after how many minutes he scored.
Oh, God, no one's got that. No one's got that.
It was 6 minutes into the game from a corner. Yeah, I know. And we all got excited thinking we were going to win the whole thing. And we weren't. Yeah. We weren't far off. And for any Arsenal fans that are watching, we were the last British team in the Champions League that season, despite what Mr. Wenger said. Let's have a look. Everybody's gone Mark Albrighton, apart from, I think somebody went Vardy, but Sean went Vardy, but Spencer, Leicester for life, Doug, Blue Fox, all went for Albrighton's. Oh my God! Are we going to get a clean sheet? A complete going to every single question right?
Definitely not.
Have confidence, sir. Have confidence. Question number 4, the second question on Europe. Here we go. In the 2021 Europa... I'm just going to say, Doug says he remembers Wenger's comments. Yes. And I think that was the same year after he said that we were going to embarrass English football that Arsenal lost 10-2 on aggregate to somebody. Seem to remember that was the same year, Arsenal. Anyway, question number 4. In the 2020-21 Europa League group stage, Leicester City won the group. But who came second? The 2020-21 Europa League group stage, Leicester City won the group, but who came second?
I think Mark got me with this one.
You see, you're feeling very confident there, weren't you? I like to bring people back down to earth.
The team I'm going to go for, I can't remember if they were. I can't remember if that were the second season we were in Europa League. I'm going to go for Braga.
Oof. You took your time on that one. Boris has got it right. Doug has. Brad has. Blue Fox has. Brad, in fairness, does say it's the only team he remembers. Leicester for Life has got it right. Spencer just went that European team. Obviously, can't get a point for that one, I'm afraid, Spencer, but did.
Well, he's not going to be wrong, though, is it? He's not going to be wrong.
Technically not. No, technically not. But were you wrong? Let's find out. Oh, wow. Yes. 4 out of 4. What the
I'll be honest with you. In my head, I'm thinking did we have them in the group stage
Yes.
the season before last? And then, yeah, I'm glad I went for them in the end, obviously.
Yes, yeah. I don't think I would have got that one, in fairness. But here we go. Honestly, do you want it to end now? 4
If we can, yeah. Stop the count and all that.
Yeah, a couple of them went for Daka. I wasn't sure where you were going with that one, Sean and Boris. There we go. Okay, so you've completed current squad. You completed Europe. You haven't got one wrong yet. I'm just wondering whether I will need that buzzer at all. Possibly will when we get on to transfers. Ooh. Boris has said Craig's got a sweat on. And Terry says, my Google not working. No, you see, when you're in the chat, it's very easy when you sat there with Google. I always do well on quizzes. That's only when I'm watching. But let's have a look what Josh is on transfers. Can we catch him out with this next question? I have a feeling we might, he says, sounding confident. So, question number 5, 1 of 2 on transfers. Dennis Pratt's first ever club was which Belgian team?
Oh.
Because he is obviously Belgium, so it was his first
I'll be honest, it's going to be a bit of a guess. It's probably only like one of 3 or 4 Belgian teams I actually know. So it's just going to be a complete stab in the dark, this one, mate. I'm going to go for Anderlecht.
You are going to go for Anderlecht. Wow. Boris went Antwerp. Brad went Bruges. Leicester for Life went Anderlecht. That was what you went for, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doug went for Royal Antwerp. And Blue Fox has just come in and gone Antwerp. Were you right or were you wrong? No. He's finally got one wrong. Just to show that buzzer is working. I'm not going to kill yourself. What other Belgian teams do you know?
But I had, for some reason, I had Antwerp in my head, but I'm not sure if I remember them. I'm not sure if did Danny Simpson go there on loan. But obviously, his Man United times and stuff. But I remember him or Johnny Evans was saying in a Leicester interview that they went Antwerp. But it was literally, yeah. And then, like I say, Anderlecht's the only big one that I know. So other than that,
do you have a shotgun handy?
Go on.
Because if you have, I'm a bit worried you might actually shoot yourself for getting this one wrong. It was as a youth player, but it was OH11. Our sister club.
Oh my god! Honestly, mate, obviously, I know they are obviously for our connections with them, but I'd have never said that. Never.
When I looked at that, because this is one of the more difficult sections to kind of do transfers, because there's just some really, really difficult ones out there. And you know what? I wouldn't have got that in a month of Sundays, but obviously with it being Leuven.
That is a cracking question. That was a really good question, and for that to be the answer, that's amazing. Like I say, I'd have never said that. Never.
No. Well, Buffalo has come in claiming to be 10 today, and he has a YouTube account. And if you are 10, mate, you are too young to be in here, so I'm afraid you are out. Do obey the rules of YouTube. I know you're not 10 years old, let's face it, are you? We know who you are. Right, next question. Still on transfers. Question number 6. Martin O'Neill. Cheers, Brad. Martin O'Neill signed Matt Elliott when he was manager, but from which club?
I know he signed for 1.6 million or something. They made a bit of a big deal when he signed. On the back of his shirt, he had 1.6.
It was, yes, he did have 1.6 million, and it was at the time a record signing for us.
Yeah.
But which club did he sign from?
I'm gonna say Oxford.
Oxford. Is that any knowledge based on that, or is it purely a guess?
I'm hoping it is Oxford. I remember as a kid, I used to watch the 96-97 season review pretty religiously on video. And we signed him that season. And I remember there's a bit on the video about him signing. And if it's not Oxford, I'm going to kick myself. But I think it is Oxford.
Well, you said Oxford. Are you going final answer?
Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah.
It was Oxford United. Yes, indeed. Can I just say, by the way, we do have I think he says to be a Nottingham Forest fan, but we do have somebody that comes on here quite regularly and is a bit of a stalker, and he just comes on and tries to cause hassle and pinch everybody's ID. But if you're 10 years old, you shouldn't be on YouTube, really, should you? Anyway, Brad has got, I think, 10 years. I think you've got to be older than 10 to be on YouTube, haven't you?
Sure you have, yeah.
Yeah, and certainly you don't come on here and admit it, you know. So, anyway, Brad, Boris, Spencer, Doug, Sean, all got it right. Leicester for Life said he didn't know that one. It was Oxford, of course, and Brad said it's in the intro of the season review. So there we go.
That's it. That's where I remember it from.
Yeah. Although, of course, wouldn't have known that because you wouldn't have been born then, if is that true. So we've just got to the end of transfers, and 5 out of 6 are still doing extremely well.
It's going all right, yeah. There's still time for it to all go tits up.
Yeah, there's always time for it to go tits up, indeed. Boris, I don't know, mate. The maximum age, Boris. The maximum age is about 150. That's why I'm still on here, so don't worry about it. It's not me, it's YouTube's rules, not my rules. Although, having said that, I think that one is a good rule. So, we are on to managers now. How do you feel about managers?
Depends how far you go back with it, to be honest. But I'll give it a crack.
Yes. Leicester till I die. Brad says 170 Boris or Chris can't host it. You bastard. Fox says he's 50. Yes. Add another 30 years on Blue. Right. So managers. Here we go. Question number 7. First 2 questions on managers. Joining in May 2007, this manager only had 4 games in charge, but had a 50% win rate. Who was he? So joining in May 2007, the manager only had 4 games in charge, but had a 50% win rate. Who was he?
Trying to think of interim sort of managers around the time. 2007, May 2007. So the manager that would have got sacked was Rob Kelly. So coming in, I believe was Nigel Worthington.
Brad went Nigel Worthington. Doug went Nigel Worthington. So did Blue, and so did Leicester for Life.
What? I'm sure it was.
4 games in charge. One of those was an away League Cup match at Accrington, where the guy was very nice and spent a good 20 minutes talking to my son. He also, one of the things that, and this is going to be the other questions, to which manager wanted all the flowers in front of the stadium to be in blue and white. It was Mad Dog himself,
shit.
Martin Allen.
Oh, no, I'm thinking, no way.
Yes, way. It was Martin Allen, and Spencer got that one right.
Oh, fair
Anybody
play,
else
Spencer.
went with you? Oh, yeah, 4 games in charge, because then he fell out with Martin Milan Mandrich. But yeah, lovely guy. In fairness, lovely guy. And I'm not going to tell the story again because I've told it so many times on here. But he literally spent 20 minutes talking through his formation with my son, and it made his night. And whatever you think about these guys, they can be, you see their TV persona, but they can be really, really nice off camera.
Oh, that's class.
Yeah. Brad said it was a good question. Leicester for Life
Very
says,
good.
Leicester for Life says his Google is cursed, but that's probably because it's in Spanish, Leicester for Life,
That question, it looked like it caught quite a lot of us out, that one. That was a good one.
It did. But the funny thing is that question number 8, Martin's predecessor, a certain Nigel Worthington. So you weren't far off because Alan replaced Nigel Worthington, but Martin's predecessor, Nigel Worthington, only had 5 games in charge himself. So I can see where you were thinking of this. But after leaving Leicester, he went on to manage which international side? So Nigel Worthington came in, I think, after we sacked Rob Kelly. Everybody wanted him to stay except Milan Mandrich, who went and got Martin Allen in. He only had 5 games himself. But what team, international team, did Nigel Worthington go on to manage?
The only one that's coming to mind is Northern Ireland.
So you've gone for Northern Ireland. Boris has gone Turkey. No, Boris, no. Told you is in, late in, gutted missed the first half. Well, go back and watch it on catch up. We don't have a +1, I'm afraid. Everybody else has gone for the same answer, except Leicester for Life, who doesn't know. You went for Northern Ireland. And you were correct, sir. Yes. 6 out of 7. You got 1 wrong. Can you believe this?
Got 2 wrong, I think.
I think you did, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't even take 1 off. So you got 5 out of 7.
I'm too honest for my own good, Chris.
You are. 5 out of 7. I don't know, Doug. I tried to guess it right. Went Scotland. No, things weren't that bad for him, Blue Fox. Sorry, Doug. but yeah, I see why you went for Northern Ireland, Nigel Worthington, for the previous answer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sean says, how am I doing? I don't know, mate. I've not been keeping up with your score. You do need to keep up with your own. We're halfway through the quiz, and we'll be back and looking at the second half straight after this.
It's the quiz of the week.
The Big Fat Football Quiz with Leicester Till I Die TV. So you think you know your football? Well, let's see.
Is there going to be a quiz?
I don't understand what's going on here.
I've never understood what's going on here, but we're back with Mike Tyson? No, not Mike Tyson. Tyson Fury. Mike Tyson doing a Michael Jackson. Do you know what? Earlier on today, I was actually watching some different. You know, one of those YouTube rabbit holes you end up going down.
Yeah.
You start watching something, and an hour later, you're watching ships being beached in Turkey or something. I was down one of those rabbit holes. I was watching Mike Tyson on there. Brad says, Josh, I want the £5 back if you get more than me. And he says, clip it. Oh, it will be clipped. Will you just put your finger away, Brad? Finger away. Right, club history. General club history. Okay, so it is always a hard one to find questions for because there's so many of the questions are used up on the other sections, but club history it is. So, I don't know how you'll do on this one. Guys, it wasn't that funny. Come on.
It was. It was.
Should have gone to Specsavers. Here we go. Are you ready, Mike? There we go.
Yeah, always.
Who scored more goals for Leicester City? Alan Smith or Frank Worthington?
I think Worthington was at us for longer. I think. Yeah.
Who scored more goals for Leicester, Alan Smith or Frank Worthington?
I'm going to go with Frank Worthington.
You are going to go with Frank Worthington. Well, Spencer went Smith, as did Blue. Doug went Worthington. Brad went Smith, and Boris went Smith. You went Worthington. You had only got 2 wrong, as you'd said. You've now got 3. It was Alan Smith. He scored 84 goals. Frank Worthington got 78. So they were close. But I can see my first thought would have been Worthington. I've got to be honest with you. But so you got 5 out of 8 so far. You were quite right. I can see what your wife says about you peaking early.
You're not wrong.
You do know none of these things I would say to you if you were sat next to me, would you? Because you are a bit like Tyson Fury. Here we go. Anyway, look, you got 2 beautiful girls, so obviously you don't peak too early all the time, but
yeah.
Here we go. One of them's a good footballer, isn't she?
Yeah, my eldest, Ava. She's brilliant little player. She's going into her third season, so she's going up to under 12s now. So it's starting to get real competitive leagues. So yeah, honestly, mate, I really enjoy watching them. They're a cracking team. They've got some really good players. So it's, I always thought like last season, we obviously Leicester more or less getting beat every week. It was nice to sort of go and watch her on a Sunday and just watch them.
This isn't your version of buying her a pony, is it? So that she doesn't think about boys.
Well, it's yeah, it was a nice release on a Sunday than having to put up with the crap that we put out last season anyway.
No,
so yeah, she's cracking, mate, and yeah, they're a brilliant team, really good.
Good. Wish them all the best. Leicester for live. Yes, it is 8:40 over here. Right, question number 10. Second one on club history. In 1927, you were there. Don't pretend you weren't. In 1927, a new stand was built at the south end of the ground and was known as the Spy on Cop. What other name was this iconic stand known as? I see you shaking your head, but again, put that gun down. In 1927, a stand was built at the south end of the ground and was known as the Spy on Cop. What other name was this iconic stand known as?
I got no idea, mate. No idea.
You can see it, can't you?
I genuinely have no idea. I don't know. I'm just gonna have a complete guess. The old cop. I couldn't tell you, mate. I don't know.
In fairness, Cop is what everybody has said, although Blue Fox, who had a go at me for getting the wrong Tyson, actually said it was known as the Kip. First of all, Spy on Kip. Yes, I don't remember that. It had a big advert going across the middle because there was 2 floors to it. There was the lower and the upper. Kirby and West advert going across the banner in between the two, the top and the bottom. And it was the double decker.
The double decker. What the cop was?
Yeah.
Oh shit! For some reason, I had it in my head that the double decker was the Carling stand, but obviously that was always the Carling stand, weren't it? So yeah,
the Carling stand was like where the main entrance was because that was the one that
they
built
that's
before
right,
they knocked it all down.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have got that.
No, that was the Carling stand at the side.
That's right. Yeah.
Martin O'Neill said he always used to reverse players out onto the pitch when they came to sign. That was the one we could then see. But no, the other end, it was the 2 levels because you had the four sections underneath, all white, split up into sections, and the double decker with the second one up inside, which of course went on to be a really good kids TV program. But everybody went for Cop. I think you all copped out of that one, didn't you? Hey, see what I did there. Boris said Cop. Doug said Cop. You got it eventually. Spencer went double decker. Leicester for Life went Cop. Brad went the family stand. That was the other end. Where we were the first club, as Boris says, to have a Cop. We were also the first club, I believe, to have executive boxes, which was at the opposite end of the ground. Blue Fox went after we're going. Kip went Cop. Boris said Leicester Cop was there before the Liverpool Cop. Brad says, "Oh, I should have got that." Yes, you should, Bradley. Yes, you should. What's the Cop? I only know the Kim. Well done, Spencer. Yeah. So only one person got that right. And you are now down to 5 out of 9, sir. But
told you. Pressure's getting to me now, mate.
Yeah. But we've got 2 rounds when you could bring it back because one of them is the next round, which is the 15-16 season. And, of course, everybody knows everything about that season, or we think we do. And then, of course, there's your own season at the end. So, 15-16 season. How well do you remember that? You must remember it very well.
I'd like to think I do.
Well, we're about to find out. So, question number 11. 1 of 2 on the 15-16 season. Signed on the 8th of January 2015, this record signing at the time, this player failed to get a winner's medal despite being at the club. But who was he?
8th of January 2015.
Yeah. He was a record signing when we signed him, and he was here for the Premier League winning season. Well, he was part of the club for that season, but he did not get a winner's medal.
Right, I think I know who it is. I think.
That timer really puts the pressure on, doesn't it?
It does. It does. I'm going to say Andre Kramaric.
You are going to go Andre Kramaric. Well, of course, we had Richie Delat, who only spent half a season, went off to a Belgian club. I'm not sure that wasn't Antwerp, but came back and he still got a medal. This guy didn't. You went Kramaric. Brad says no idea. Spencer said Musa. You said Kramaric. It was, sir. It was Kramaric. So you have stopped a run of about 5 questions of not getting it right. You've got it right. As did Boris, as did Doug, and as did Blue Fox. He only played 2 games that season, and you had to play a minimum of 5 to get a medal. And wouldn't you have stuck him on for the last couple of, 3 games for at least 10 minutes just so he could get a medal?
I think he went out on loan though, didn't he? He went to Hoffenheim on loan, and then they signed him permanently the summer after. I'm sure they did.
They did. Hoffenheim was where, I think he's still there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he is. He's gone on to do. He's sort of one of them players where I always think, God, he's sort of one that got away. Really, he didn't really get given a chance. I didn't think.
I agree totally. I remember during the 14-15 season, when before we actually started winning, we all seemed to we never wanted to shoot. We always seemed to get the ball to that point and then pass it sideways when we got it to the box. When he came on, okay, he didn't often put it in the back of the net, but at least he was having shots. And but then again, when I was doing this, I did think exactly the same, mate. But I'm thinking like Vardy was breaking through.
Yeah.
And you have to, like with Musa as well, I think of him as one that got away. I know everybody likes Diabate because he scored 2 against Peterborough on his debut, but Musa got 2 against Barcelona, and I think 2 against Barcelona trumps 2 against Peterborough in the League Cup. But look, like I say, whoever was up there, they're going to have to do. They were always going to come second to Vardy. And as Doug says there, Al Nassr have been banned from buying any players because they still owe us money from Musa from the sell-on fee. So hopefully we'll get that now. Right. So well done, sir. You're up to 6. Question number 12. Now we know that for most of this season it was a 2-horse race. And we know, I'm not sorry to any Spurs fans that are watching, you came 3rd in that 2-horse race. But Arsenal, to make it worse, Spurs, came 2nd with 71 points. But how many more points did Leicester get? So listen to the question very carefully here. Arsenal came 2nd with 71 points, but how many more did Leicester get?
I've got to word this correctly. Right, okay.
You want me to say it one more time for you?
So I've got to say how many more points we got than Arsenal did.
I'll read the question again. Arsenal came 2nd with 71 points, but how many more did Leicester get?
I will look alright, Tit, if I don't get the order. Right.
No more than normal, mate. No more than normal.
I believe we got. I believe we got 10 more points than Arsenal.
10. So is 10 your answer?
Yes. Oh, thank God for that. Oh.
I was waiting for you to come back and say 81. Of course, that would have been wrong. Because that's the points we got, not how many more we got.
That's right, yeah. And that's why I sort of like over-exaggerated when I was saying that, then thinking,
Yes.
God, I
So
hope I worded
10
it right.
is correct. Well done. 10 says Brad, 13 said Boris, Spencer 10, Blue Fox 10, and Doug's showing off like Brad is and says 10 at 81. But yes, I thought I was very kind to you there in emphasising that. But right, well, this is it. This is your season. Are you ready for your season?
I've tried to be.
We'll find out after this, will we not?
The Premier League? That's so last season. It's all about the Championship here on LTiD TV.
There we go. That's young Michael there. In his white days. So you have gone for your season of 2005-06.
I actually no.
Oh,
I did pick 0809.
I've got 5-6. You said.
Hang on. Wait there. Just bear with me. Let me just double check on the messages. Hang on.
Well, I don't believe it.
Yes, of course it is 0809. I'm just winding you up.
I was going to say, you have me going then.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. That was nasty.
The thing is, imagine if I turn around and went, "Oh yeah, that's the season." Yeah.
I know, I was waiting to do that. Blame Craig, because Craig said I should. Because last time I went, Craig, you picked this year, and he said, "Oh, you should have said another year, see if I remembered." So blame Craig. So you've gone for 2008-09,
Yeah.
and in this one it's slightly different because there's 4 questions here, not 2, and each question is worth 2 points each. So you could get 8 points, which would take you up to 15 points, which would put you top.
No pressure then.
No pressure whatsoever. 1 question will take you above Brad and make sure you're not bottom. Sorry, Brad. But here we go. Are you ready?
Yes, mate.
Okay. So 2008-09. Question number 13, 1 of 4. Each one of these, like I say, is worth 2 points. Going on to be a first-team coach and caretaker manager, both for Leicester City, who did we sign from Charlton Athletic on the 1st of August 2008 on a free transfer? Going on to be a first-team coach and caretaker manager, both for LCFC, who did we sign from Charlton on the 1st of August 2008 on a free? Brad's in there straight away, as is Boris, but only one of them is right. I love that countdown.
Chris Powell.
You are going for Chris Powell, which is what? Well, Boris went for Is It. Brad, Doug, Spencer, and Blue all went for Powell. 9, sir. Out of 11, you've knocked Brad off the bottom. Or
Sorry,
you kept
Brad.
him at the bottom, I should say. He's going to love you, isn't he? So, well done, sir. Well done. It was Chris Powell. I didn't realise but he was a caretaker manager for 1 game. So,
And I remember, I think at the time, he held the record for our eldest player or eldest outfield player, and oldest debutant as well.
yes, I think it was the outfield player. I think the other two,
Yeah.
and the debutant as well, possibly. But yes, he was. And who can forget he was also part of that defence for Derby that let 4 in 15 minutes. Brad says we're going to fight Tyson. To be honest with you, Brad, I think that would be very, very one-sided. Let me know. I'm going to cash my pen, get a second mortgage and put it on Josh. Sorry, mate.
I think Brad's a bit taller than me, so we'll have the reach. So I think it'd be closer than you think, to be honest.
Can I just say, if we have that, we would have this person. That person up against. Ask yourself where the money is. Where is your money on that battle? Okay. Anyway, there's a quiz going on here, Brad. Come on. Question number 14. Second one out of 4 here. Playing 46 league games this season, because it was the season we were in the 3rd tier, our only season. We played 46 games, but how many did we lose? The season before was very much like last season, when we got relegated. And it was nice to drop down the league because we actually did start winning games.
I want to say, oh, God.
We played 46, but we only lost how many?
I'm going to say 5.
You are going to go 5. If you get this wrong, your chances of going top have gone out of the window.
I think they're going to be, to be honest. My final answer's 5, but my other answer would have been 6, but I'm going to stick with 5.
Okay. Boris went 2. Doug went 4. Blue Fox went 2. Spencer went 2. Brad very, very confidently went 2. Bristol Rovers and Peterboroughs were the other. You went 5. I'm sorry, it was wrong. The Liverpool fan got it right. It was 4.
4.
Yeah, don't know who they were. I don't know who they were against, but I can tell you if you want to know. He says
Peterborough, Millwall.
Let's check with the adjudicator, Mr. Pedia. Oh, yeah, that sounds so bad, doesn't it, Mr. Pedia?
Peterborough, Millwall, Brighton. We were 2-0 up against Brighton, lost 3-2. Who was the other one? I can't remember. Yeah, shit.
No, it does help if I put the right year in as well. Because I just realised that Arsenal weren't in that league, so I have put the wrong season in. 08-09, wasn't it, that you went for?
Yeah.
Right, Wiki, are you free? Let's have a look who we lost to.
I have no doubt that you're right.
Oh no, I'm right. I have no question of that. Millwall was the first game we lost. Brighton and Hove Albion.
Yeah.
3-2. We lost that one. We lost the first one 1-0. That was 3-2. Tranmere Rovers.
Tranmere, God.
That was away at Tranmere and March. And then the last one was Peterborough on the 28th of March. My sister's birthday. Well, it is. My birthday is the 29th. She's the 28th of March. But we're actually, not a lot of people know this, but we are actually twins. She was born just before midnight, and I was born just after midnight.
I never even knew you were a twin, Chris. Never.
I'm not, that's a lie, but we are born on the 28th and I'm born on the 29th. There's like 10 years between us. So, that was one hell of a long pregnancy for my mother. I didn't want to come out. You know? Sorry, mate. Oh dear. Right, let's go on, shall we? Okay. Brilliant. Brad's gone on to say, Leicester saying go away Spanish adverts. Tranmere, Riverside, Neil one was a Rovers club. Okay, here we go. Question 15, your penultimate question. You need these last two, mate. Who got promoted in the top two? So not playoffs. Who got promoted in the top two with Leicester City? This will put you equal with Dave.
The team that I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure they went up, but I can't remember if they came just behind us or playoffs. But I'm going to go with Peterborough.
You are going to go Peterborough. Brad has gone Leeds. Boris has gone Blackburn. Spencer has gone Scunthorpe. But you went Peterborough. Did they come second? Well, I can tell you that in third was Milton Keynes Dons. In fourth was Leeds United. Fifth was Millwall. Leicester obviously were first. Second, Peterborough. Yes. Whoa.
I know, like I say, I know they went up. I knew they went up, but it just a nagging feeling in my head thinking, did they go up by playoffs though? Yeah.
I don't know who came sixth, to be honest with you. Can I ask you, do you know who our goalkeeper was that season?
We had loads. Well, I think we went through loads on loan. I think we had Tony Warner at one point. Is it David Martin who was at West Ham? I think we had Paul Henderson as well.
Yeah,
we went through loads of goalkeepers. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when I go through these players, Alexandra Tunchev.
Quality he was brilliant.
I may have misread this, but somebody said we got him from Liverpool. I can't imagine that. But yeah, he was all right, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think when we signed him, it was a bit of a coup for us at the time because he was, I think he was like a Bulgarian international. He was quite well known. And then from what I remember of him, he did a cracking job for us. He was a good player, very good.
Played 25 times in total, got a goal. And Krishichev was the other Bulgarian that played for us that season. But none of these are the question, and we're down to the final question, which would take you into. I've got to remember actually. This could take you top.
I don't know. I don't think.
No, it will take you second. It will take you second if you get this right. So, Brad says brilliant player.
Was really good player.
Right, here we go then. The final question. Oh, pressure. Question number 16 for 2 points. 4 of 4 on your season, 2008-2009. With 32 goals across all competitions, who was Leicester City's top goal scorer this season? I think you'll know this one.
Yeah, 100%. Although I will say, if it wasn't for a certain other player who was very, not I wouldn't say underrated by fans, but neutrals definitely. If it weren't for Steve Howard, I don't think this player would have got half the goals that he actually did.
Well, they always say you need two partners. I mean, Gary Lineker needed Paul Beardsley for England.
Yeah. The answer is Matty Fryatt.
And that is your final answer, is it?
Yeah, 100%.
Brad went for Matty. A lot of people went for Steve Howard, though. Spencer did, Boris did, Doug did, Leicester for Life did. Blue Fox was agreeing with you. Find out after this.
Leicester Till I Die podcasts on the Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Anchor, and all podcast platforms.
Something is coming. Something big to this podcast.
Hello, Chris.
That sounds a bit like Saw. Hello, Chris. I want to play a game. I don't know if you've ever watched Saw at all.
Yeah.
Of course, you said Matty Fryatt. I mean, come on. Who else could it be? Of course, it was Matty Fryatt. Great little pocket striker, battleship, wasn't he?
Indeed, mate, and as you say, him and Steve Howard had a cracking partnership. They really did. I think they were the perfect foil for each other. I remember Steve Howard winning the flick-ons and Fryatt be there. The partnership that season. I mean, it was League One, so I know you can only literally beat what's in front of you. But they were brilliant together, really good. And I remember Steve Howard did all the donkey work, so to speak, winning flick-ons, holding the ball up and stuff. And yeah, that's where Fryatt got a lot of his goals from, to be honest. So yeah, good season, mate. Fond memories of that season.
Yeah, no, it was great because we were winning, wasn't it? Nigel Pearson came in. I mean, I always say I don't think we would have had the 9 seasons that we've just had in the Premier League had it not been for the fact that we'd gone down that season. And that we were able to have a rebuild. Because I think if we'd stayed up, we'd have just carried on, but we managed to get rid of a load of deadwood. Pearson came in, although Holloway, I think, just happened to be, I think possibly he took Blackpool up the next season, so we knew he could do it. But I think we needed to go down that season, to be honest with you.
100%, mate. And you're sort of looking at it now, thinking, hopefully, this season pans out that way as well. We're in sort of the beginning of a massive rebuild. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can.
Indeed. Brad says he went to see Saw, very up and down. That's a very sore point, Brad. I actually, my second son, Simon, he likes Sean, my eldest, hates horror movies. I'm surprised he's a Leicester fan, but he hates horror movies, but my second one does. And we actually went through the whole box set of Saw first. Wow. I actually watched Saw 1 again the other day, so I might have to go and watch Saw 2 after this. But look, hey, Josh, well done, sir. 13.
I've done all right, didn't I? Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, to be honest. I'm pleased with my effort. I'm pretty proud of myself for that one.
It puts you up into second place. I haven't got the leaderboard ready, obviously, because I had no idea what you were going to get. But it does put you up to second, sandwiched there between Craig. And I think to be 1 point off Craig is very, very achievable. But well done.
Thank you very
Anybody,
much. Enjoyed it, pal.
anybody in the fan, anybody in the chat that is a fan and you think you can do better, we have got a list of people to come on, but message me at Leicester TID on Twitter, and you can take part and see if you know what you think you do about Leicester. Brad, look, he's very, very humble in defeat here. Well done, Josh. That's a 5 you owe me, you git.
Cheers, mate.
I'd give him a 5. It'd be worth it. You know what I mean? But Brad will end up the competition the strongest contestant. He'll be holding all the others up. Okay. Sorry, mate. Josh, well done, sir. Excellent.
Thank you very much. Really enjoyed it, mate. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun.
Brilliant. Glad you did. You'll have to have one on your channel. Talking of which, tell us all about your brand new channel, sir.
Like I say, mate, it's just literally it's all Leicester City based. It's early days yet, so as I say, I've just started an Instagram account, Twitter accounts as well. Any follows, any supports, it's always appreciated. Just started off small for now, and then hopefully in the next couple of months, going to try and start my own sort of little channel up and just build on from there. It's going to be a nice hobby to get into. It's going to pass some time for me as well. So obviously with a family of women in the house, it's going to be a nice sort of it's going to be a nice sort of break for me. So give me something else to focus on as well. So I'm looking forward to it, mate. It'll be really good.
What's it called again? Leicester for Life's asking.
So at the Fossway 1884, I've only started the Instagram and Twitter account. It's been a couple of weeks now. Followers it's slowly growing, so just open to, like I say, it's just a bit of a learning curve for me at first. And then, just like I say, in the next couple of months, hopefully within a month or two into the season, I'll add my channel up to just add little bits and bobs here and there, just little match reactions and whatever really. And then as I say, Chris, you're sort of the godfather of my podcasting support, so I'll be coming to you for hints, tips, and all that sort of stuff, mate.
Not sure about that. Okay, look, mate, thanks so much. It's there, as you can see, Fossway 1884. The link is actually, if you're watching on YouTube, which I think most of you are, the link is in the description below on YouTube, so you can just click on that and it will take you through to Twitter. But it's the same on Twitter and on Instagram as well. Thank you very much, young man. I'm off now to practice because I'm live on the radio on Monday morning. Hopefully, if it all goes well.
I was going to say one more thing, Chris. Bit of a serious point, to be honest with you, mate. Obviously, on Twitter and social media and the like today, all the Dele Alli stuff come out. Again, I'm quite a sort of jovial character. I laugh and joke, but I think especially when it comes to your mental health and things. I've said to you before, mate, I'm a big advocate for mental health. I suffer with it quite badly. And to see sort of a footballer of his stature come out and admit the way he's feeling with his mental health is massive. So it just goes to show that it's another point for us all. Talk to each other. Again, I know it sounds a bit daft getting serious, but at times there's no scarier place than in your own head, and it's important that we all talk. Everybody goes through bad days. Talk to each other. The help's out there, and it's always going to help no matter what. Talking to anybody, I've always said to my friends and to your followers and whoever, my inbox is always open on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter now. I'm always open for a chat. You can tell me your problems. I can't say I can solve them for you, but it's always important to lend an ear and support each other, especially at times like this, because life does get tricky, don't it? So I just wanted to make that point, mate. Again, I know it's ended on a bit of a serious point.
No, it's a very, very good point. As you know, I've suffered with my mental health these last 3 or 4 years. I only said yesterday, I had Stan Collymore on, who's also had mental health. And, we look at these footballers and I can't judge Dele Alli because he's not played for my club. So, but he takes a lot of stick. But when I read what he's put up with when he was growing up, especially, no child should have to put up with that. And what happens in your childhood can affect you. but also as an adult as well. I know, and I said this to Brad literally only, I think, a couple of nights ago, that this channel stopped me from literally jumping out the window. Because a lot of people on here, like you say, Josh, we go through this, and it is the hidden disease, and you're quite right. Do talk. I didn't talk to somebody. I put it off, and COVID coming along, I've got to be honest with you, didn't help. But when I actually made that breakthrough and said to my doctor, I actually need to speak to somebody, and he put me in touch with somebody, that's when my road took a different turning. And I couldn't have done this on my own. I did this. Brad started this with me many, many years ago now. And I look back on some of those videos and think, oh my God, how bad were we? And even worse, how bad we still are. But it got me, he got me through it because I couldn't have done it on my own. I'm going to be honest with you. And without this, God knows where I'd be now. But like you said, many of us that do this have been through it. It is a way of getting out and getting ourselves out there. But like you say, talk. It's such a
100%. Honestly, mate, 100%. I mean, I'm always open with it. I'm on antidepressants. I'm on medication for it, and that helps. But again, talking helps. It's honestly, talk to anybody, because I think you'll be surprised the amount of people out there that don't talk. The amount, even your close friends, and they won't talk, and they might be suffering and struggling. Lending here because it's the times when we've all got each other's backs. That's when we're all strongest. So it's important we all talk about it. And again, sorry that I had to end on this.
It is an excellent point, because I tell you what as well, don't be afraid to put it out there on social media, because we all put it out there. I put a thing out today, instead of just stop oil, I put just stop wankers, because that's what I think of them. But also I put out when I first had this, and I said, look, I'm going to need your help. If you don't want to stick with me and follow me, I don't have a problem with that. But there was probably 3 or 4 people at the time that actually came up and said, look, mate, talk to me. Like you've just said, my inbox is open. And it's surprising the number of people. And I literally now, and use me for yourself, Josh, as an example, because, I was on antidepressants. I was down there digging a hole. I had nearly a year's worth of counselling. I am now about to go. Well, I've halved my antidepressant daily intake. It's about to go down to every other day. And in 3 months' time, I should be coming off them. So there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And you don't know what that light is. You don't know. I had a light bulb moment, and it's surprising how one thing, and unless you talk, you don't know what that one thing is.
That's right, mate. 100%. Definitely. I couldn't agree more, mate. Couldn't agree more. And as you say, it's important. We all talk to each other, even if it's just literally dropping in on somebody saying, hello, asking how other people are. And it really does help. It really does. And I think, as you say, the community you've built with this, at the end of the day, there's a lot of banter thrown around and stuff like that. But you built a community yourself here, pal, off your own back. And like you say, and Brad, Brad's been a big part of this, and it's all working out well for you, mate. Good things happen to good people, you see, and this just goes to prove it. So
I wouldn't say I was good, but there we go. But I think the other thing as well is to respect, because sometimes you don't want to talk. And, if, when people, you're all right, sometimes you just want to say, look, leave me alone. And people that know, and they say, with the thing that's been going on with the BBC today, I'm thinking like the old me would have went, come on, mental and all that. But I sit there and think, you just don't know how it affects people, because it is hidden. But no, thank you for bringing that up. It is a good point. And the thing to do is it's a 4-letter word, and it's talk, and you must always do that.
100%, mate. 100%.
Mate, as you know, we're always here for each other. You can always message me. You got 3 women in the house. So you have my sympathy. I don't want to make light of it, but the clues are there, mate. The clues are there. Can you say it's Laura, isn't it, your good lady?
Laura, yeah.
She's not been the one that's been encouraging you to do this, Ashley, so she can watch more telly on her own.
She's not, to be honest with you, but like I say, there's only so much Love Island that I can put up with, so I think it's going to take my mind off that for a bit.
Well, they've rejected your application again, have they?
They have, mate. I'm getting too old for it now. Nobody else would have me, mate. Nobody else would have me.
Anyway, mate, look, well done, take care, and well said there. Very, very well said. All the best, mate.
God bless you, mate. I'll speak to you soon, and good luck with your radio station next week, pal.
Cheers, buddy. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, mate. Look after yourself.
And you. Cheers. Thanks very much to Josh there. Be sure to get over and follow him, and it's very true what he says. It is a big word, talk. We had Stan Collymore on, and I wanted to talk to him about it, and he very kindly talked about it as well, and he said exactly the same thing, 100% talk. Thank you so very much for watching. Thanks to Josh for coming on. Thanks to everybody that was in the chat as well for joining in. No matter how well or how badly you did, why not have a go? Tweet me, send me a message on Twitter, and we'll get you on and see if you can do better on the big fat Leicester quiz. But thank you to everybody who's watched. Thank you to everybody who's listened. Thank you to all the members. The names are all going across the bottom there, as you can see. You can become a member for $1.99. You get your own personal quiz on YouTube. You get a chance to come on the show, because if we ever have guests on, as in regular guests, then it always goes out to members first to do that. We had Tony on recently. He was the first one to take that offer up. And don't forget, as well as becoming a member, which is only $1.99 a month, you also get discount off the merchandise. You can also, if you would be so kind, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell. I thank you. I will be back along with Brad, hopefully Saturday night, when we'll be looking back and talking about Northampton. We've already lost to Peterborough. Yeah, it's only pre-season. We don't worry about it. But we'll be back then. Thanks very much. Look after yourself. This has been LTiD TV. I've been Chris. This is Arnie. Good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You'd better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.